Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk about an experience I had about 5 years ago. I had taken these, I had eaten this 3/4 of a Rice Krispie square that had marijuana in it, and it was completely sativa. And I was watching a movie called They Live, and I noticed as it went on, it started to look really two-dimensional, and there would be this vertical shift happening on all of the objects in the movie. And then the movie ended and the weed started to come on, and I decided to meditate. And so I laid down, I closed my eyes, I breathed in through my nose and out of my mouth, and it started to form this circuit of air between me and the environment, and it was as if the air I was breathing in made me part of the environment as I was breathing it out. And I kept breathing it in, and I closed my eyes, and the air coming out of my mouth had this green hue to it. And as I breathed and breathed and breathed, I started to feel like I was sinking, and at some point I started to really feel it, and these pillar-like things appeared. They had these layers, and they were slowly appearing and radiating outwards. And there was this sound that came with them as they were radiating, and this welcoming feeling, you know, this fun, energetic vibe. And I felt like I was sinking in and rising at the same time, and I was sort of sinking right into the fabric of this dome-like place that I started to see, that these pillars were part of. And I remember, like, I call it the rainbow dome or the energy dome. These pillars turned into like this Buddha-like figure, and I was seeing, it's like I was lying down and moving through the middle of these pillars, and they had this Buddha-like face and body all 360 degrees around. Like I could see these cross-sections all throughout the 360 degrees of rotation. And there were 2 or more of these pillars. I don't remember which one. Alex Gray has a great painting that's reminiscent of this dome. And so I started to have these visions of like being in this bubble or this egg, being carried by these little beings down these paths in some kingdom-like place. And I saw these, like lots of these, I saw a few visions of people or figures just like walking through these pathways. And I remember feeling like I was in this place that wasn't quite reality, and it wasn't quite a dream, but it was somewhere like in my mind that I hadn't explored. And it was so neat, like these Buddha-related pillars. It kept feeling like I was rising vertically above the 3 dimensions and seeing this altered perspective because of it. And so I remember there was this radiating part at the top of the dome, and there was these triangular polygons, and in each of these polygons was like an eye, and all of these eyes were focusing on me, and I was slowly rising out of this pool of like this liquidy pool, and all these eyes were focusing on me, sending energy to me, and the top of the dome was like radiating, you know, just showering, radiating downwards, and there was this feeling of like this perpetual like rising of everything. Everything was perpetually, continuously cycling through what I think was colors, and it just created such a feeling of like racy tripping, with this dome, you know, energy coming through the top, and all I can say is like it was a really cool experience. It gave me inspiration for a few years afterwards to just get things done. And at the end of the experience, those Buddha-like pillars sort of turned into eyes, and I saw this sort of like a pharaonic face appear, and it was looking at me very seriously, as if to say, like, do you know how serious life is? Life is very serious. You know, it gave me this weird feeling of, like, 2 years later, getting things done. And it was just such a wonderful experience. Thanks for listening. Peace.